hopefully you guys can hear me. We're trying to work with the sound a little bit. Let me know if you guys can, if you can't hear me. Um, Nothing live on this one over here. Let's see anything about live.
Refresh the page.
Just refreshed it. Clicking on it. Customize channel. Live now. Just clicked on it. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Yeah, it's on now. I'm talking through it, but like I tried to tell you guys before, with Phoenix with the number one pick, um, obviously a lot of people are talking about DeAndre Ayton being the number one pick, and I said on Fox Sports the other day, like, I mean, a lot of people say he's the general consensus number one pick, but I said you still have to consider a guy like Mo Bamba and Trey Young. Not that the Phoenix Suns are going to take them at number one. See, a lot of times when I say things, I speak from how I feel. I don't speak for, I'm not speaking for the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns may not be thinking about Mo Bamba or Trey Young at all, but I'm telling you from a basketball standpoint that Mo Bamba and Trey Young name should come up in that war room with that number one pick, even though if DeAndre Ayton will end up being that pick. So we just want to make sure that you address everything going forward with that pick. But as I told you guys before, Sacramento has the number two pick, and I think it will be Marvin Bagley. I think that'll be a great choice for them. They need a post scorer, a guy that can, that can get offense early. And but when I watched this workout, a couple weeks ago at Sacramento. He was kind of like just going through the motions, and maybe he already had a guarantee from them that they were drafting him. So obviously he knew something we didn't know, but we're waiting on that number one pick coming up. But as we're doing that, Sacramento has got a lot of talk about Luka Doncic being their pick, or Mo Bamba, but those are guys you have to consider at that number two pick. And the first, I think the first 10 picks of this draft, it's going to be very important because this could make and break a lot of organizations and set them back a few years. So we want to make sure that you make the right decision. So you want to go over every nook and cranny before you make that selection. Even if you say, we're going with DeAndre Ayton. Okay, before we make the call to Adam Silver to go to the podium, let's go over everything one more time, just in case we come across something that we may have missed. So that's why I say, cross your T's, dot your I's, especially at this point of going to drafting a player, because now these kids can probably change your franchise, and you want to make sure that you're making the right selection and going about it the right way. I hope you guys can hear me. We're working hard to get our microphone and stuff together, but hopefully you guys can hear me. You can communicate with me via Twitter, RP3 Natural, and you can communicate with me on here. I'm looking for the chat. Somebody want a jersey? Oh, y'all hear me good? You see the jersey in the back? Yeah, we're gonna get those on the website. I got you. But I'm glad you guys can hear me now. I appreciate it. I'm so excited. More people will probably join once you guys can tweet it out, put it on Instagram, on Facebook. But look, now that you guys can hear me, I'm more excited to talk now because I didn't know if nobody could hear me, so I wasn't going to be wasting all my good analysis with nobody listening to me. So I've been getting a lot of flack for Trey Young, and I really think it's hilarious because when you look at what he's done as a collegiate basketball player and what he's done as a high school player, I don't understand why you don't understand why I see something great in the kid. I just think we tend to tear down kids too much, and I'm not in the tearing down kids business, and I want to see all these kids succeed. Am I When I evaluate guys like Luka Doncic, I just think that he has slow feet and he's going to struggle in the NBA. That doesn't mean that I want to see him struggle or I want him to do bad. It's something from an evaluator standpoint that I see. But when I evaluate Trae Young, I see a kid that's going to just really have a great transition going into the NBA because the way the NBA is played. Maybe back in the 80s, the way he played wouldn't be as successful, but the way the game is played now, the way that his style is and how dynamic he is, we have to understand that. I'm looking at a couple of guys like Jay Billis, best available players. He doesn't even have Trae Young in his five, but he has Luka Doncic at four. Don't understand that. I just completely don't understand how you don't put the nation's leading scorer and leading assist guy in your top five. Like, what does a person have to do to crack your top five? Like, I just want to know that. If somebody can answer that for me. Because when you ask a person that, the what they'll tell you is, yeah, Luka got slow feet. I just left California yesterday, and that rush hour traffic was slow. And the whole time I was driving, that's all I could think about. Luka Doncic's feet slower than this rush hour traffic. So he gonna have trouble guarding people. But back to like Jay Billis has his top five prospects available. He doesn't have Trae Young in his top five, and I'm like baffled by that. Baffled, because let me tell you this, and y'all can tell Jay Billis this if y'all want to. I'll tell him to his face. If Trae Young went to Duke and had those same statistics, he would be in his top five. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, guys are not all the way honest and they're too biased. You have to be completely transparent and you have to be honest when you're assessing these prospects. If Trae Young went to Duke and had those same statistics that he had at Oklahoma, Jay Billis would be saying he should be the number one pick. Draft review, I see you in there. I see y'all. I'm just not I'm a basketball guy. So when I watch Luka Doncic, I don't care. It just doesn't move me. Like, I don't care. I've been watching basketball for a long time, and it just doesn't move me. And if he has a good NBA career, that will be great. But I'm just telling you what I see just doesn't match what he needs to be great at the NBA level. So I'm trying to answer you guys on the thread as well and talk to y'all. One of my sleeper guys that I really like is Mo Wagner from Michigan. I really like him. I think Atlanta should take him at 19. They probably won't, but Atlanta should take Trae Young at 3. If not Mo Bamba, and that should be it. I have no problem with Atlanta taking Trae Young or Mo Bamba at all. But trust me, I live in Orlando, so I am hoping that Atlanta passes on Trae Young and he comes right here in Orlando. That's what I'm hoping for as a fan. The best two-way player in the draft is by far Mikal Bridges from Villanova. He is tremendous. He's able to defend multiple positions, 1 through 5. This is a guy that comes from Villanova. This is an NBA style type of university. Jay Wright has done a great job of molding his kids, and Mikal Bridges just epitomizes the two-way player. He's a guy that is going to be ready to play from day one. He's the most ready NBA player right now in this draft, in my opinion. mean, when you look at Mo Bamba, like the reason I say Anthony Davis with Mo Bamba is because the upside is there. Like guys, just go to YouTube and just look at Mo Bamba. Like and look how he moves. How he glides. It's the same type of style that Anthony Davis had at Kentucky. Anthony Davis wasn't a great offensive player at Kentucky. He was a fantastic defensive player, but when he got to the NBA, he started to evolve as an offensive player. And I just see that same type of ceiling with uh, with Mo Bamba. Now, a lot of you guys are asking me about Colin Sexton and Shy Alexander. I like both of them. Shy has that long frame. You know, he's built like Sean Livingston. Sexton has that mean streak. I think Sexton plays with more fire than anybody in the draft. Shy is real smooth with the ball. He has great vision. He's going to be able to defend and hold his own on the defensive end. I don't really want to pick which one I like better. Like Draft Review said, he's intelligent with Mo Bamba. But back to Shy and Sexton, they're both really good guards. Sexton to me is a little bit more challenged offensively, and I've been hearing a lot of people, say Sexton is better than Trey and blah. Well, the reason I can't put Sexton in front of Trey is because Sexton doesn't have the offense Trey has. The NBA is an offensive game, so how can you be better than the best offensive point guard in the draft when your deficiency is offense? But nobody's saying that. But I like Colin Sexton. I like him a lot. That's a great question. If Porter Jr. drops to the Knicks and Knox and McHale is still available, who fits better? That's a great question. Um, Sexton is like Stanley Johnson. I hope that doesn't happen, Corey. um, you got to roll the dice, man, with Porter Jr. I mean, you got to roll the dice because he could possibly become an all-star. But that back is such a concern. Um, that back is such a concern. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking in the camera. I'm looking all over the place. I got boards everywhere, computer going, drinking water. Um, New York is known for rolling the dice. So the reason I would take Porter if I'm New York, because New York is known for gambling. Maybe if it was a different team with those same three players, if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers and those three players, Porter Jr., Mikal Bridges, and Kevin Knox are available, I wouldn't take Porter there with Philadelphia. I would take Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is the outside of maybe Ayton. I think Mikal Bridges is the safest pick. Like you're going to get. So we got right now. I don't know. The Cavs may try to move up because they need to fill a huge hole because LeBron is obviously not coming back to Cleveland. So Cleveland may try to take Trey. Okay, they may try to take him because when you're starting over from a franchise, you have to start with the point guard position. So they're going to have to either end up with Trey or Colin Sexton. So if the Cavs move up, they're moving up for a point guard. They're not moving up for a wing. If the Cavs move up, they're moving up for a point guard. But I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody's going to gamble on Porter Jr. Somebody's going to gamble on him tonight. We're going to see a trade. Something's going to happen. Right now, I'm looking at the festivities. I think the kids are walking with their parents on the stage or what have you. I got both of my computers going. I'm reading you guys' questions right here. Yeah, this is new that they got them like walking with their parents, slapping hands with the kids. I just think it's a good job of just, you know, it's a good job of incorporating the families with the kids and what have you. So I'll be interacting with everybody via Twitter, on here, Instagram. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna love answering all you guys' questions as the draft goes, interacting with each. Look at Mo Bamba. This dude's so tall. He had to duck through and they made that entrance like 8 feet. He still had to duck under that. Dude is a unicorn, man. Mo Bamba is a damn unicorn. Like, it's just hard to pass on guys like that. The Clippers, um, I think the Clippers got 2 picks on my board here. If you can see my board, my camera person show the board. So we got the Clippers. The Clippers got a 12 and a 13 right here. So they can really do a great job right here by filling the gap in the post. They probably would, like a Robert Williams here, a Lonnie Walker. I don't, but I think maybe Lonnie Walker could go to 11 here. Miles Bridges can end up here, but you got to get a big in a wing or a big in a point guard. So the Clippers can do something really well with this pick here, or the Clippers can package that 12 and 13 if the Spurs if the Spurs want to move up. So I don't know if the Clippers want to come down here or let the Spurs come down here and make a play for that. So that's how I see it there. But it looks like Phoenix is going to take DeAndre here. It looks like Bagley is going to go here. The draft starts, though. Let me tell y'all, the draft is going to start when Atlanta has to pick at 3. When Atlanta has to pick at 3, that's going to determine the rest of the draft. Because if Atlanta if they reach too far and try to take Jaren Jackson Jr. at 3, that can change the whole draft. But Atlanta, if I'm Atlanta, I'm going to take Trae Young or Mo Bamba. You can't go wrong with there. But if you take Jaren Jackson Jr., I think that's a bit of a stretch. He gave us a small sample size at Michigan State. I don't know, but right here at 3 is when the draft is going to start. Right here, Memphis may be forced to take Luka Doncic here. The Mavericks will take Mo Bamba here. There's no way the Mavericks are going to pass on Mo Bamba at 5. Dallas last year was 29th in the NBA in block shots. 29th. The year before, they were 30th. So they've been last in the NBA in block shots and second from last in the last 2 years. Mo Bamba gives them that rim protector that they need out west. But again, a guy that can maybe evolve into an Anthony Davis. So here's the tricky pick right here. Here's the tricky pick. We're going to have Orlando at 6. You still got Michael Porter Jr. going to be on the board maybe. You're going to have Colin Sexton on the board here. And this is the Orlando Magic, if you guys can't see that. This is the Orlando Magic at 6. So you would have Trae, Colin Sexton, Michael Porter Jr. at 6. So this is going to be a tough decision for the Orlando Magic. This wouldn't be a tough decision for me, but this is going to be a tough decision for Orlando Magic. Here, you take Trae Young. You don't even think about it. You shore up your point guard. Orlando passed up on Dennis Smith last year, and they took Jonathan Isaac. You can't miss on this pick this year. You can't pass up on another dynamic point guard, because if you take Colin Sexton, I'm already getting texts from my NBA personnel already. So if you take Colin Sexton here, and he doesn't give you the offense that you need, because the Orlando Magic last year was 24th in offense. That's horrendous. The Atlanta Hawks were 25th in offense. So both of these teams need offense. And who's the best offensive player in this draft? Trae Young. Yeah, the Hawks may be skeptical of taking a point guard at three. I wouldn't, but they may be a little skeptical there. So the safer pick would be Mo Bamba, but I've heard a little rumblings about taking Luka Doncic at three. I think that would be a disaster going to Atlanta. I just think that that's just not the city state for a European guy to go to Atlanta. We all should agree there. Um, but the draft is going to start at three. So I'm intrigued to see what the Hawks do. Do the Hawks trade? Do they trade down? Do they trade down and try to get Trey later? But if the Hawks go get behind Orlando, Orlando's going to take Trey. So like sometimes NBA teams they outsmart themselves. Don't overthink this. Like it's saying the Hawks are going to trade down to draft Trey Young. Just take them at three. Why would you try to trade down to nine and risk somebody else in front of you taking them? Because a lot of times these NBA teams, they'll put up smoke screens to make you believe they taking one player, but they really want the other player. So there's a lot of misdirection going on. Social media is going crazy right now with who's taking who, and a lot of these teams are. The Clippers do a good job of that. Jerry West has always been a great. He's always been a great draft guy because he knows how to play the media. He knows how to play other teams, and I think Danny Ainge has done a great job over the years of pulling the cover over their eyes and taking their pick. Boston sits at 27, so we'll see if they can get a quality player there. But the Bulls, I think the Bulls really want Michael Porter Jr. I think they want him. I've tweeted that before that probably will be the player that they take is Michael Porter Jr. And then you got Cleveland at 7. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, the Pistons are no. We're not even gonna talk about the Detroit Pistons. They traded their pick to the Clippers, so we're not even gonna waste our breath talking about a team that got the 42nd pick. Um, the Pistons will be in a lottery if they didn't do that. I don't know why they did that Blake Griffin trade. I just never agreed with it. I just thought they gave up too much for a guy who didn't want to be in Detroit. So why would you trade? Why would you trade for a guy that doesn't want to come to your city? Give up a lottery pick when you blew the lottery pick last year on Luke Kennard. So I just think the Pistons are they just in a where they got to revamp that whole scouting department and get some people in there that actually understand basketball so they can get back in the forefront. So the sleeper, my surprise first round pick. Um, I don't know if Jerome Robinson will be a surprise now because everybody has jumped on him since I started tweeting about him because I just think that he's a tremendous player. He reminds me of Devin Booker. He can score. Um, I've been getting a lot of reports that the Milwaukee Bucks is looking to take him. Um, they can use him there. I don't want him there. I would like to see him in maybe Atlanta or Chicago at 22 would be a great pick. Chicago has a chance to make way with their draft pick. They have a 22 and they have was that a 7? Yeah, they have a 22 and a 7, and I think that they can do it. We got Adam Silver walking to the front right here to the podium. Let's see who gets drafted with the number one pick. Let's see what happens, and we'll talk about it. Lonnie Walker is tremendous too. He's tremendous. I'm just waiting on Adam Silver. He's just talking. I'm just waiting on the number one pick to come through. So I got a red marker. So we're gonna do the redraft as it's going at the same time. So in black marker, So the black marker is going to be who they pick, and the red marker is who I think they should pick. Yes, the Bucks got some problems over there. I don't think Jabari Parker's going to be back. I don't think he's going to be back next year. I think he's going to be gone. I'm looking at my phone because I'm getting a lot of texts from my NBA personnel, people letting me know what's going on. Here we go. So now Phoenix Suns are on the clock. Um, Everybody's saying Aiden. I'll go Aiden here too as well. But I just, with Aiden, if they pick Doncic with this number one pick, this is going to be hilarious. Because everybody, they got us all fooled. Like they're going to take Aiden. If they say Luka Doncic, then I think the Phoenix Suns, I think they're going to be, that city is going to be in for a long haul. He just doesn't fit there. He's a good player, but he can't be a good player on a bad team. I just think he needs to be on a better team and a better system. He's used to organization. He's used to being organized, and there's a little dysfunction going on with Phoenix. But we'll see how it plays out. Somebody said Aiden looks like someone's pastor. He got a church suit on. Jaren Jackson Jr. will be the best player in the draft. He probably has the most upside because he's young and he didn't play a lot at Michigan State, and he was the fourth option there. So that's why I'm a little skeptical with Jaren Jackson Jr. because he was the fourth option, and when you're the fourth option, that kind of makes it easy for you. But from a potential standpoint, I think he has a huge, huge upside. Pat. So the Suns have the number one pick, the 16th pick, and they can really do some damage. They get it right. Like these teams with these 2 or 3 picks, like the Hawks got three. The Hawks got three first round picks. They can really, man, if they get these 3 picks right, the Atlanta Hawks will be right on. I'm playing with the Hawks on 2K if they get these picks right. Trade with LeBron. LeBron is, going into year 16, so I think he'll lean on Trey, and Trey can learn some things from him. So I think that will be a decent combination as well. LeBron's kind of transitioning away from the ball as he gets older, and I think he will be a good person to kind of mold Trey because Trey has a little bit of Kyrie Irving in his play. But I don't think LeBron, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's staying, he's going. I doubt he stay. This draft will tell us where they're going. So we'll see what Cleveland does. At 7. At 8. We'll see what they do, but we'll see how this plays out. They is taking too long for the pick. Like, come on, man. Y'all know who y'all want to pick 2 months ago. Yeah, it's gonna be a few trades. I think the Clippers are trying to do something. I think the Clippers are trying to do something. They got two. They got 2 lottery picks. So even if like I said, I keep thinking the Spurs is who they should partner with in this trade. They got 12 and 13, or keep those picks and get them right. Like I think Robert Williams will be there. He's an energetic guy. He reminds me a lot of Kenneth Fareed, high motor. Lonnie Walker, if Lonnie's still around, I think Robert Williams and Lonnie Walker are two good building pieces. But the Clippers should make a run at Russell Westbrook after this season. I don't think Russell Westbrook. Hold on, we got the number one pick, guys. Let's see what's going on. They took DeAndre Ayton with number one. So they take DeAndre Ayton at number one. I don't know how to spell his name. So Aiden goes there. I agree with the pick. Um, Play college basketball there, obviously. And they showing up their post play. He's going to give them a great presence in the post. He got a little mean streak to him, so I think that's gonna help him a lot. So I like that pick, and I'm gonna go with that as well. Now he's strong. He can finish around the basket. He already has that NBA build, that NBA body, so he's able to hold his own. He's durable. He's going to play 80 games. So this is a safe pick for Phoenix. Phoenix, you're good. You have dodged the Luka Doncic train. So Phoenix, you guys should be celebrating just because y'all didn't take Luka Doncic. You got DeAndre Ayton. I think he's going to be a double-double guy, obviously. We're going to see how them Pumas look, too, with that orange. Because he just signed with Pumas. I'm going to see how many of y'all wearing them Pumas, and I need y'all to screenshot me them DeAndre Aytons. Hey, so let's talk about some Phoenix. I got a lot of Phoenix friends, so I'm gonna be texting some of my Phoenix friends. Like, you guys just dodged a bullet. They just dodged a bullet. So what y'all think? What y'all think about? What y'all think about this pick? This pick is good, or y'all don't agree with it? I think it's a safe pick. As long as it wasn't Doncic, if I lived in Phoenix, I'm cheering. Like, we do not have to do it. So who's getting on this Doncic train, man? Solid pickup, Gene. Good draft review. Yes, very safe pick. I totally agree. I think it was a safe pick. Y'all getting some of them Pumas? Hey, I need y'all to screenshot me in them Pumas. Ain't nobody scoring on me in no Pumas. I'm just telling y'all right now. So with the number two pick, I'm gonna write who I think Sacramento should take. So we'll see if I'm wrong or not. But I'm gonna go Marvin Bagley here. What y'all think? Marvin Bagley, number two. That's what I think. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna go Marvin Bagley too. I think Bagley should be this next pick. So I'm gonna go Marvin Bagley. We'll see. We'll see who they take. Um, so let's move over to the Kings. Let's talk about the Kings. They're just kind of like a franchise that we forget about. Um, Bringing a guy on like Marvin Bagley, who's a California kid that can give them some offense. You pair him with DeAndre Fox. I really love De'Aaron. I mean, I said DeAndre Fox. De'Aaron Fox. I really love that kid. They showing the war room right now. Phoenix is like, man, I'm glad we ain't take Doncic. I'm telling you. So the Sacramento Kings on the clock. Marvin Bagley is who I think they should pick. He's gonna give them some offense. So Jaren Jackson. Some of y'all got Jaren Jackson Jr. number 2. That'll be a risky. Let's see. Bagley, I got it right. Let's go, Bagley. Marvin Bagley at number 2. Sacramento just dodged the Luka Doncic train. They going crazy. They going crazy. Bagley. They got two Puma guys go 1 and 2. Screenshot them Bagleys next season. I want to see y'all with them Bagleys. I want them Bagleys. Oh my goodness. If Atlanta take Doncic, I'm never watching the Hawks. Move the camera. Atlanta bet not take Doncic. If they bet not. So this is a tricky pick. Now the draft has begun. The draft has begun with Atlanta right now, dog. What do we do? What do we do here? What are we doing? I want them to take Trey, but I don't because I want Orlando to take him at 6. I'm like, I don't know. It's like fantasy football. Every week I'm nervous in fantasy football. I don't know who to put my lineups in. Bosh. So Chauncey called him, got him as Chris Bosh. Bagley got some Bosh in this game, but he got a little bit of Michael Beasley too. They have to take Mo Bamba or Trey right here. So I'm gonna go Mo Bamba here. I'm gonna go Mo Bamba here. If the Hawks take Doncic, this is gonna be hilarious. This is gonna be hilarious. So I got a couple of my NBA sources texting me. Man. This is a tricky pick here. This is a tricky pick. Now I'm gonna write who I think they should take in red. I think they should take Trae Young at 3. I don't know. I'm just telling you who I would take if I'm Atlanta. So what we're gonna do? I don't even want to write it down. I don't want to write it into existence. I want Trey to go to Atlanta. I'm gonna be a homer right here because I want Trey to go to Orlando. I mean, hold on, it's a trade. He going to Atlanta. So we got a trade. So Luka Doncic going to Dallas? Ooh, I don't know. Huh? What? Wow. that is so 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 they're gonna draft. So basically, they're swapping picks. Trey, Atlanta, baby. Atlanta, baby. I wanted you in Orlando, but Atlanta's a good spot for you. So I'm going to move Atlanta back here. So I'm going to take the Hawks and move them. Wow, guys, baby, come. Wow. So how you guys feel about that? I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know if Dallas. I mean, Mark Cuban is phenomenal. First of all, let me tell you, Mark Cuban is my favorite owner in the NBA by far. And Rick Carlisle is a great coach. So Luka Doncic is going into a great organization. First of all, he's going to a great organization. Dennis Schroeder will be traded. My NBA guys are texting me right now. Doncic has a high IQ. I think he's going to be okay in Dallas. They got good coaches there. Rick Carlisle's a great coach. Mark Cuban's a fantastic owner. So he's going to be okay in Dallas. He's really going to be okay. Wow. Mo Bamba will end up with the Orlando Magic. I like that pick. Dirk's going to be a good mentor. That's a great point. So I see Mo Bamba going to the Orlando Magic. I do. Memphis right here will take Michael Porter Jr. I think. I think Memphis may gamble and go with Michael Porter Jr. This is tremendous, guys. I knew it was going to be a twist, and the Dallas Mavericks must have been eyeing. Maybe they see something that we don't see. And just again, Rick Carlisle is a great coach. I played in camp with him for a long time, so it'll be great. If Memphis try to be spiteful and take Trey Young, that will be crazy. That's possible. Sometimes it gets dirty, but I think Memphis should not worry about what the Hawks is doing and just take the player that you want. Nobody really wants to play for the Grizzlies because obviously the coaching change and there's been a lot of turmoil there. But I think they may try to take Michael Porter Jr. If I'm Memphis, you got to take the best player available. But they may go Mo Bamba here. They may take Mo Bamba. It's really hard to pass on that dude. They're trying to move Aaron Gordon to the three. Um, So Orlando definitely needs a point guard. So it's probably going to end up Colin Sexton because Trey's going to be gone, and I'm excited that he's going to be gone. Jaren Jackson Jr. going to end up in Memphis or Michael Porter Jr., one of those guys. That's going to be crazy. They do have Isaac over at Orlando. They have Jonathan Isaac as well. They always drafting those lanky bigs, but Isaac, he's not always healthy. So I right now, Jaren Jackson Jr. or Michael Porter Jr. will go right here to Memphis. So I'm going to say Jaren Jackson Jr. I'll go Jaren Jackson Jr. I think Memphis is going to take him, and we'll see how that plays out. See how it plays out. Yeah, they're going to have to get rid of Marc Gasol. Jaren Jackson Jr. to Memphis. We're going to see how this one plays out. The Hawks. I told everybody the draft was going to start when the Hawks came to selection. I told y'all. I was right. Jaren Jackson Jr. is who they took. Memphis, like those Michigan State guys, they took Deontay Davis last year too. Miles Bridges waiting. Miles Bridges was going to be a top 5 pick last year. I think he should have left last year. So obviously we got Trae Young going to the Atlanta Hawks. Now Orlando's forced to take Colin Sexton here. Mo Bamba may drop to the Knicks. This could be. So Trey's going to go to the Hawks here, so we can do that as well. So I think they should take Trey here. So far, it's looking good. So far, it's looking good. 76ers going to probably have to take Mikal Bridges. He gives them a guy that can step right in right away and cover up the hole that they had because uh, they may try to go for a point guard. They may reach, but the safer pick would be Mikal Bridges. Yeah, Bridges might go to the Bulls. This is uh this is interesting. This is interesting. So we have to see the Hawks obviously are taking Trey. So what you guys think, what y'all think about Orlando? What Orlando gonna do at 6? I think they're gonna take Colin Sexton. They have no choice. Jaren Jackson comes from basketball, pedigree. So I think he has tremendous upside. I'm just a little skeptical because he's so young and he's really young, and there was times where he just disappeared in the college game. His last game against Syracuse, he just kind of disappeared against that zone, and I just kind of it just sat. It just didn't leave a good feeling with me after that. But on tape, overall, he looks good. He's a great shot blocker. His NBA comparison is Marvin Williams. I just think that but I want to see all these kids do well. But I'm just from my eyes, you know, this the Memphis Grizzlies organization is not. They're trying to get themselves back out of turmoil, get themselves out of turmoil. Hopefully that they can, and they're starting a new beginning with Jaren Jackson Jr. But I'm really happy to see him and his parents, his beautiful family, beautiful mom, dad. So that's great. That's a great moment for his family. I remember his dad when dad used to play for San Antonio. Yeah, that's true. Young. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. It's a great pick. I like it. I like it, Trey. I like it. Change the culture, Trey. Change the culture with your Adidas. I'm wearing some Adidas. I ain't wearing no Pumas. Fantastic. Fantastic. This is fantastic. So what we thinking Orlando? They taking Sexton? I think they taking Sexton. Sexton. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think Sexton. Now the draft has started. This is a great pick. Maxwell, you don't like Bamba. Why you don't like Bamba, Maxwell? They got to take Sexton here. They got to take Sexton. Sexton, come on to Orlando, baby. We embrace you here. We're going to embrace you. Why he got on the Mavericks hat talking about Atlanta? Because they picked I don't like that. His pictures ain't gonna look right. But give him an Atlanta hat. Yeah, the baby comparison coming. They may not do it this time. Be different. The UFO is awesome. This is a great pick. The UFO will land in Atlanta. Whoa! Bamba! Come on to Orlando! Woo! Both of my boys. Trey Young and Mo Bamba ranked number 1 and 2 on my list. Trey goes to Atlanta. Mo Bamba comes right here to Orlando. I will be in the house watching Mo Bamba turn into Anthony Davis. Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he wanted to be in Orlando, but he gonna have to deal with it. We got great weather here. We got Disney World. Ain't no snow. Oh, look at that. Bamba, go get it. I actually would have took Colin Sexton here, though. To be honest, um, I would have took Sexton here with this pick. Um, so the Bulls, I think the Bulls are going to take Michael Porter Jr. I think they have to take him there. He gives them some star power. That's why I think they should pick here. So I'm gonna put my pick. I'm enjoying it, guys. Look, this is a great pick for Orlando. Like this kid has superstar potential. Like he's high cerebral. Like this kid can turn into Anthony Davis. Like he has that type of upside. This pick right here is great for the Orlando Magic. Where they messed up is that they passed on Dennis Smith Jr. last year. Imagine if Orlando would have took Dennis Smith Jr. last year. They would have got Mo Bamba this year. Like they would have had Dennis Smith Jr. and Mo Bamba here. Then they would have been put with Aaron Gordon. Orlando will be back in that playoff hunt. But see, this is why the draft is so important. Because you mess up 1 year, it can affect you down the line. So even though they got Mo Bamba, they still don't have a point guard. They still don't have a point guard. So that's where I think Mo Bamba is going to struggle because he still don't have nobody to get him the ball. This is great. The next Anthony Davis. So what we got, guys? Tell me what's on y'all mind. My Porter next. Wendell Carter. Somebody got Wendell Carter. Colin Sexton. Michael. I think Michael Porter's going to Chicago next. That's what I think. This is awesome. So look, guys. I think Michael Porter Jr. goes here. The Knicks. Where are the Knicks going? Where do you? How are we? We got the Knicks coming up. We got Cleveland coming up. We got Philadelphia coming up. I mean, we got a couple picks that we have to, if they get these things right. We got Mikal Bridges still on the board. We got Kevin Knox on the board. We got Lonnie Walker on the board. We still got Colin Sexton on the board. So there's some Miles Bridges. There's still a lot of great players on the board. So we need to know what these teams are really thinking. Michael Porter Jr., I believe, is going next. Cleveland may take Colin Sexton. Yeah, Colin Sexton offensive game is not good at all. Um, the Knicks will take Kevin Knox. I've been saying that. Philadelphia are going to take Mikal Bridges, I believe. The Hornets may take Robert Williams there, or they may take Shai Alexander as a point guard. So we'll see with that. But I just believe that so far this draft is great. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm excited. I'm glad Trey went to Atlanta. I'm glad Mo Bamba is here. Um, that Luka Doncic thing, like that's, I don't know. Like I'm intrigued in how that's going to work. I really am. So I like Michael Porter Jr. here. Yeah, Vujovic will be probably trade bait right now. They're gonna have to get rid of him. Obviously, I don't think Vujovic will be back in Orlando next year. I think they'll trade him before maybe during free agency. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but he won't be back with Orlando. Mo Bamba will be the day one starter going into it next year, and I really love that pick. Uh-oh, trade. Oh, oh, okay, that's the Trey Young trade. Wow, Dallas. I'm just very intrigued with what the Mavericks just did. Whoa, Wendell Carter. Somebody in here said Wendell Carter too. I got to give you credit. Corey Hill, you said Wendell Carter. You were dead on, bro. That's a great pick. He got on a little Wakanda shoulder strap too. Y'all see that? I said Michael Porter Jr., so I got it wrong. But I'm telling you, we're gonna look at these boards down the line. Now, if you, hey, I need you to look on my Wendell Carter draft file because I said the Bulls would take him on my draft file. Now, this is a back to the basket player. So with Wendell Carter Jr., let me tell y'all what I think about him. I think he's a traditional post player, can play with his back to the basket. strong, great shot blocker, can use either hand in the post. The Bulls lack some interior scoring. So this is not a bad pick, guys. This is not a bad pick. Porter slipping to the Knicks. Somebody in here is right. Porter's falling. Wow. I mean, he's a really good player to me. Um, oh, somebody said Wendell Carter's Jahil Okafor. I like Wendell Carter. He's just a throwback. He can score from the post. He's fantastic, guys. Um, we'll see. They got Chris Dunn over there at the point guard position. Look at him. He got a little Wakanda shoulder strap on. Like I like his character. I like his character. You're right. You're right, Alex. It is. He's a throwback. Somebody called him Kevin Willie Collinstein Part Two. He is a back to the basket guy, so I'm eager to see how his old fashioned style can catch up with today's game. This will be great, guys. So is Cleveland going with Sexton here? Does Cleveland go Sexton or do they go Michael Porter? I keep throwing Michael Porter Jr. name out there, and he's not ranked high on my board. But somebody's got to take a gamble on him, right? Let's see here what's going to happen. I'm looking at my text from. I'm getting a couple of NBA scouts texting me what's going on. I'm trying to what the Clippers doing with that pick with those two picks. Sexton or Michael Porter Jr. with this next pick is what I see. Let's see. This is going to be good. Yeah, Bron's gone. Yeah, if the Magic can trade for a point guard, that'll be great. Clippers gonna trade that, man. Like I don't know with the Clippers, they should trade it. They got two first round picks, but the Clippers may say what they may be thinking is that the two guys that we wanted are still there. I think they're eyeing Lonnie Walker because Lonnie been working out in California all summer. I think they're eyeing Lonnie Walker bad, but I think the Hornets may take Miles Bridges at, or they may take Lonnie Walker, but they got Malik Monk. They got make the guy Macon from Florida State. So we'll see. Somebody want to see my board? You turn the board. So why we got Phoenix, we got Cleveland coming up here. Sexton. Sexton! Told ya! Colin Sexton! Told you will pick Sexton. They had no choice but to pick Sexton because it was the point guard's running thin now. So this is a guy. I mean, this is a guy I really like. A lot of people don't understand. I like Colin Sexton. I like his tenacity. He gets after you on defense. He challenges you. Offensively is where he has to get better, but on the defensive side of the ball, he gets my highest grade. He can defend the ones and some twos, and he just has that dog in him that you can't teach. So I really like Colin Sexton. He has terrific footwork. He's great in transition. He just doesn't shoot it well, but I love his passion, and I think the city of Cleveland should rejoice because Colin Sexton is a great pick. It's a great pick. LeBron gone, obviously. LeBron's going to be out of here. Y'all like this pick? I like the pick. Tell me which I like. I don't know. He's going to compete. That's tremendous. This kid played himself into the first round. Wasn't really ranked and all that. This kid played himself into this first round. She called him the young bull. So New York about to take Michael Porter Jr. here. Yeah, I think the Knicks are going to gamble here with Michael Porter Jr. No, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon. The Knicks will take Kevin Knox. Knicks taking Kevin Knox. I'm gonna stick with my pick. I ain't gonna flop. I've been saying Kevin Knox. I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna stay with Kevin Knox. I'm not gonna flop on y'all. I ain't gonna do that. I'll stick with Kevin Knox. We'll see. See what I like about Kevin Knox is that he's a plug and play guy. You can put him out on the floor right now. He's almost, they say 6'9", but he's more like 6'10", long, gets down in the stands, can shoot the hell out of the ball. And I think Fizdale will coach him up. The Knicks is a gambling team, so they may gamble on Michael Porter Jr., but I wouldn't do it. Take Kevin Knox, the safe pick, or you take Mikal Bridges. Both of those guys got kind of the same grade from me. I think Mikal Bridges is a better version of Kevin Knox because he's older and he's played a little longer. But Mikal Bridges or Kevin Knox, you can't go wrong with either pick. But if Kevin Knox goes here like I think he's going to go here, then Mikal Bridges is going to go to the Philadelphia 76ers at number 10. At number 10. Michael Porter Jr. may fall to the Clippers. He's fallen. I had him on my board deep, and everybody was talking about me. They were upset. Why you got Michael Porter so rated so low, and it's starting to play out. That back injury is tough. That back injury is tough, and these NBA teams know that the medically they don't know if he's cleared yet. So I'm gonna go Kevin Knox here, and I'm gonna go Mikal Bridges here. I can already write this one down and see how it plays out. So that's all. Kevin Knox and Mikal Bridges are my next two picks. So somebody may gamble on Michael. It's sad to say that somebody's gambling on Michael Porter Jr., but that's pretty much what's going on. Like we're already at the ninth pick and he's still on the board. Yeah, so look at this. I like Knox at New York, but I agree with some of you guys in the thread. A gamble for Michael Porter Jr. Why not? Red shirt him. Here we go. Let's see. I told you. Yoda knows. Yoda knows. Told you. Told you. Kevin Knox. He tough. New York, he a player. New York, he can play. I'm looking for my draft board. I just had a scout text me, can they look at my draft board from the Clippers? So I got to send this dude my draft board. Hold on really quick. He asked for my draft board. One of the Clippers scouts just texted me and asked me for my draft board. I got to find this draft board. Oh, here it is. They need to take Mikal Bridges. Porter Jr., man, what's up? This is crazy. Kevin Knox reminded me of a teammate I played with named Desmond Ferguson. They like talk the same and everything. What we got, guys? Oh yeah, the somebody just Purple Rain. I like your pick. You got Shy Alexander going to Philadelphia. I can see that. A big point guard. They had Michael Carter Williams a couple years ago, and he kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if they want to do that again. But I think Mikal Bridges is the safest pick here, and I think he can. They need a guy like him because defensively, like uh, Covington was a great defender. I mean, I think he made first team all defense this year. You add another guy like Mikal Bridges, and I think Philadelphia puts themselves in contention. Ben Simmons just got has to figure out how to get off the ball. Philadelphia still needs a point guard, and they have a 26 pick in the first round, so they probably going to take Jalen Brunson at 26. So they're still going to get that point guard, but they may get him late. So what they might do is take Mikal Bridges here and then go after a point guard at 26. That's the way I would do it. Matt Griffin said, "Bet the house, Mikal Bridges." I'm with you. I like Mikal going 10th as well. Mikal Bridges is a stud. Mikal a Hornet, that would be a great spot for him too. I mean, Mikal Bridges is the safest pick right here. Like, he's the safest pick. This is intriguing right here what the Philadelphia 76ers are going to do right here. Like, this is really intriguing how they go about this pick. This is so exciting, guys. I'm so glad that you guys are joining me. And just keep the comments coming. I love talking to you guys. Look at Bridges. Look at Bridges. Bridges like, come on and pick me. His mom worked for the Philadelphia 76ers in the HR building. Yeah, so that'll be great. He get to go home with his mom. He played college there. Look at my boy Jay Wright. Jay Wright cool. He like, I got you. You getting drafted next. Philadelphia not taking Michael Porter Jr. It wouldn't fit there. Told you. Yoda knows. That's a great pick. Mikal Bridges ranks number 4 on my player rankings list. This kid is tremendous. He's the most ready player out of all the prospects to play right away. He comes from great pedigree, that Villanova style. Coach Jay Wright, my main man. This kid is a Kawhi Leonard, Paul George type of player. I told you, Mikal Bridges, Philadelphia 76ers. Look at this kid. This kid is tremendous, man. He's tremendous. Knox was a great pick for the Knicks. That was a great pick. So the Hornets, Lonnie Walker's gonna fall somewhere. Robert Williams, Lonnie Walker, and Shy Alexander will probably be the next 3 guys that come off this board. Lonnie Walker's gonna fall somewhere in these next 3. I like Mikal. This is a great pick. Oh, so his mom works there. That's great. I think Mikal Bridges would have been slightly a better pick for the Knicks because he's more ready right now. But Kevin Knox and Mikal Bridges are kind of the same exact player. Bridges is just older and a little bit more polished. So guys, what do you? We got the Hornets. I have Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is going to fall maybe to the Nuggets. Miles Bridges can. So here, I'm gonna go Robert Williams at 11. I think they're gonna go. They need some post play, so I'm gonna say Robert Williams because they haven't traded Kemba Walker. I don't know what they're doing with their point guard situation, so I'm gonna go Robert Williams here. Um, these two Clipper picks right here. One of these picks is going to be. They may go Michael Porter. They may go Michael Porter here, but they can go Michael Porter Jr. at 12 and Lonnie Walker at 13. This will be a good shore, but again, with those injuries with Michael Porter Jr., I don't know. That's going to be tough. So definitely shy. These next four picks are going to be they're going to be tough. Robert Williams here, Lonnie Walker, um, maybe Miles Bridges here, Michael Porter Jr., Lonnie Walker, or Lonnie Walker, Miles Bridges. But I think the Clippers are going to get very explosive with those two picks. So I think they're going to take Shy. Um, the Hornets, but if the Hornets take Shy, then obviously that means they're going to trade Kemba Walker. Um, I would take Robert Williams. I just don't. The Hornets just don't have like no one. I mean, they did. They got rid of Dwight Howard, but they don't have an intimidation factor guy there. So I like Robert Williams there. So what we got, guys? I think Kemba Walker is going to be gone. Luca going to Dallas. I don't know about that one. I'm kind of I'm on the fence with that one because I really love Dallas as an organization. So I think as an organization, he went to the right team. Let's see what the Hornets do. They took Shea. That's a good pick. They took Shea. I don't want to go that far. Okay, this is a rangy point guard, 6'6", long arms. Doesn't score it well, but he has good vision. I mean, he reminds me a lot of Sean Livingston and like Michael Carter Williams, kind of. So I don't know if he's a game changing point guard, but I think he's solid, and Obviously, Kemba Walker is on the way out. So if I'm the Orlando Magic, I'm trying to get Kemba Walker. What we got? Miles Bridges, yes. Um, I think they go Lonnie Walker. I think they go Lonnie Walker and Miles Bridges here. Oh, I need to put my pick. I would go Lonnie Walker. They got two here, so it doesn't really matter. But I would go Lonnie Walker here. I think this is who I would take at this position right here. And they may go Lonnie Walker, Miles Bridges, but I still like Robert Williams somewhere in there. But I don't know. I said Robert Williams reminded me of Kenneth Fareed, so he may pair him because I think they're going to trade Kenneth Fareed, so that could happen, or he can end up in Washington. But now the question is, where does Kemba Walker go, or they're going to keep him and Shy is going to obviously back up. Let's see. So so they just traded Gilgis to the Clippers. They just swapped picks. So that didn't make any sense because they could have just waited and did it the next pick, but that's what just happened. So Shea Gill Alexander will be heading to the Clippers. So here we go. Is this Miles Bridges or is this Lonnie Walker here? This will be a good pick. We'll see how this plays out. But I had to move that up with that back to back. We'll see how this one plays out. So now the Hornets are about to select again, I think. So I'm looking at your guy. I'm looking at the comments here. The Raptors are kind of silent. They're gonna have to do something with Kyle Lowry. I just don't think nobody wants his large contract. Um, yeah, Toronto was gonna. They're gonna have to make some trades, like DeRozan or Kyle Lowry. Somebody has to go there. 76 is going to take a point guard with that 26 pick. I'm interested to see Jerome Robinson may be the guy that goes to the Clippers too because they need some scoring. They need some scoring. Miles Bridges, I like that, Matt. Matt Griffin said, Miles Bridges to the Hornets, you can bet your life on it. Let's see, here we go. Adam Silver. Man, I like that. Griffin. So he going to the Hornets. Look at Izzo pulling out his phone. On my draft file, I said the Hornets would take Miles Bridges. We'll do all that later. So look, when you guys, when you look at Miles Bridges, here's a guy that he could have been a lottery pick last year. Came back to school, obviously, but he's a two-way guy. I believe he's Andre Iguodala. His ability to guard multiple positions. He can stretch the floor. He's a better shooter than what people give him credit for. So I like this pick. I do. Very one of the more athletic players in this draft outside of Zaire Smith. But I mean, he can be a stretch four. He's powerful. He's mean. He's a good rebounder. So he's seasoned too. When you go to Michigan State, you're going to get coached up. So I like this pick. I think Bridges is going to bring some excitement to the people in Charlotte, and he's a better off the ball player than what given credit for. He can play off the ball. He again, like I told you, he brings some excitement. So this is a great pick. Hmm? Man, Michael Porter Jr., man, what is going on? This is crazy. On my draft file, I said Mikal Bridges was going to Philadelphia too. You didn't wait to cut all that stuff up. He didn't work out for him. He just said, but that doesn't really matter in the NBA. You don't have to work out for a team to get drafted by him. Like they got enough tape on you, and if you slide into that position where they want you, they'll just take you. I'm not gloating. I'm just enjoying it. Draft time is fun, man. Miles right now was talking about Coach Izzo, and I told you he was. Miles has been coached up, so it's fantastic. It's a great pick for him. I'm really happy for Miles Bridges. Just a really good kid. He's going to do some great things for the city of Flint, his hometown, and I just love these kids getting drafted and just living out their dreams at the end of the day. So at 13, who does the Clippers take? Do I put Lonnie Walker name down again? I don't know. Um, I'm gonna go Michael Porter Jr. I don't know why I keep saying his name. They keep jumping over him. You know, this is, I mean, this is sad. Like he's kind of sitting there. I don't like to see that. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I like Jerome Robinson could definitely be here too. I mean, this guy's a scorer. The Clippers need scoring and they need excitement. So I could see Jerome Robinson going to the Clippers. I mean, I know his agency is CAA. They based out of Los Angeles. I can see Jerome Robinson landing right here with the Clippers as well. So that's a great pick. Um, this is tricky here, and this is the beauty of the draft because it becomes really tricky, and you don't know how these teams are thinking because they'll change their mind at the last second. Like they'll have Lonnie Walker on their board for 2 months, and when they get right before their clock runs out, they'll just pick another player. That's how that stuff works. So this is what I love about the draft. That the unpredictability about it, like it's just you don't really know. Yoda knows as dialogue line for the next movies. Hey, Matt Griffin, you on a roll right now. You didn't bet your house on it. You didn't bet your life on it. You alive and you still in your house, man. I like that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, Colin Cowherd, that's my guy, man. I kind of made him a believer in Trey when we talked. So he kind of calmed down once I kind of told him why Trey was pretty good. So that's why. Well, I'll be back on the show, so we're definitely going to talk these draft picks. I don't know. The Clippers may take Jerome Robinson. Somebody in this thread said Jerome Robinson, and I like that pick. I really do. I think Jerome Robinson will be tremendous for the Clippers. I got a few more appearances, but my agent is working it out right now, trying to figure out where is the best destination for me to go and talk the draft. So he's working that out. But definitely Fox Sports is those are my people over there. Those are like my family over there. So they always get first dibs on me. Let's see who this next pick. I didn't write it down, but I let's see. Whoa! Somebody called it. Somebody called it in there. Great pick. That's a great pick. Jerome Robinson is the next Devin Booker. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. Jerome Robinson, 6'6", can go off the dribble. He can shoot it. He can play off the ball screen. This dude is an offensive nightmare. He's going to give some people some problems in the league. He's going to give people some problems. Remember, they asked me on multiple shows, who is your sleeper pick? Jerome Robinson. Matt, you rolling right now. Matt, what's the lottery numbers? That's a great pick. I just told you, yeah. Somebody else called Jerome Robinson in this thread. Purple Rain called him out. Jerome Robinson stud. Everybody want Michael Porter. Michael Porter sliding, man. I didn't pick nobody. The Nuggets. The Nuggets. I mean, the Nuggets probably going to take. They could take Lonnie Walker here. Um, they could take Zaire Smith. They could take Zaire Smith. They could take Jerome Robinson. I mean, not Jerome Robinson. I'm sorry. I'm reading. They could take Zaire Smith, or they can take Lonnie Walker. But Lonnie Walker, I don't know because they got Gary Harris over there. I don't know how they'll do that. Um, but Michael Porter Jr. to Denver. Ooh, I don't know if he wants that. I appreciate you, bro. What up, baby? Robert Williams is slipping because I know he changed agents like last month at like the last minute, so that could be playing into him slipping. Um, Phoenix is coming up. Michael Porter Jr. is probably going to end up in Washington. I don't think the Nuggets going to take him. I just don't see it. I think the Nuggets can take Lonnie Walker, but they got Gary Harris over there. I don't know how they're going to do that. We'll see. I think they'll take. I think Robert Williams too. I just think he'll go there because they about to trade Kenneth Faried anyway. So I'm gonna put Robert Williams' name down one more time. If they don't draft him, I'm not writing his name no more. Lonnie Walker, I think Phoenix is going to take Zaire Smith right here at 16. I think they're going to take Zaire Smith there. But Michael Porter may go here, but let's see how this works out. I actually called this one. I just didn't write it down with Jerome. Somebody else helped me with that pick too, whoever that was. I think it was Purple Rain or Matt Griffin. One of y'all helped me with the Jerome Robinson right here. That was a great call. Great picks, guys. I'm actually loving this. We're having a great. Yeah, they do need a four. Um, yeah, they're gonna trade the Manimal. I've heard for like the last 2 months that they were gonna trade him. So Michael Porter doing the Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm just looking at some of my tweets.
Mike Griffin said Denver's taking Porter.
Denver's gonna take Porter.
Mike Griffin.
Purple Rain says Michael Porter. I think the guys on TV are trying to speak it into the universe. Um, but I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's a good I don't know if that's a good spot. Look at my boy Lonnie Walker. This is a fun draft, man. Like I just don't think I just don't think that Michael Porter Jr. will be a good fit with Denver. I don't think he wants to be there. So you got to understand like when you don't want to be somewhere, it's hard to be great there. So he gonna be like Denver, that high altitude. He already injury prone. That snow, that cold, waking up in the morning to that snow. Like there's a lot to go to Zaire,
Where's Porter from?
Seattle.
Oh, no.
That Denver. Yeah, Timothy Hawks, baby. I'm playing with the Hawks in 2K. Young, baby.
Dante would be a stud in San Antonio.
Yeah, he would. Dante would be good. San Antonio, they make anybody good because their system, like you could put anybody there, and they're gonna flourish.
Porter.
There it is, Michael Porter Jr. Finally, Going to Denver. Ugh. It's gonna be cold there, Michael. I don't know if you want that altitude. So again, going to Denver, that's a tough place to play. I hope Michael Porter can put it all together there. He's gonna have to wrap his mind around being in Denver, being in the cold, playing in that altitude. But he may even redshirt, man. So this is just crazy how this kid was the number one player in the country, and then his back went out, but I really hope that this kid puts it all together because this will be a great redemption story for him. What we think, guys? Yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna. She just living her life. She living her best life.
Aaron Holiday.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good pick. Troy Brown. I like Troy Brown. I hope he does well, guys. What y'all think? Holiday going to the Wizards. I'm not writing Robert Williams' name down anymore.
Where do you think he should go at this point?
I think Robert Williams. I mean, he like all these teams need like that extra big. Um, Phoenix is going to take Zaire Smith from Texas Tech. I already see that. I think Washington takes a point guard here because John Wall he gets banged up during the season, so I think they take one there.
Someone just said Lonnie Walker's next.
Lonnie Walker, that would be a tremendous pick there.
I'm gonna say Lonnie Walker to DC.
Huh? So Jerome Robinson went 13 on my player rankings board. You know what he's ranked on my player rankings board? 13. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I like Lonnie Walker here in DC. I agree with you. Purple Rain, you know your stuff, man. I like that. I'm texting one of the scouts from the Orlando Magic right now. He's asking me what do I think of the Mo Bamba draft pick. So Matt, you like Troy Brown here? They got Otto Porter over there though. So what you think? They got Otto Porter. They gave him a ton of money, but Lonnie Walker, I don't know. He can give them some firepower there. Yeah, DC does play small ball.
Where do you think Aaron Holiday's going?
Holiday is going to end up. Holiday can end up. This Washington pick could be. But I wouldn't take Holiday at Washington because they got John Wall. Actually, I think Phoenix or Holiday may fall to the Timberwolves. Like he may fall to the Timberwolves guys. At I think that's 20. Yeah, I think he'll fall 20th to Minnesota. Robert Williams. I keep saying Robert Williams, and every time I say it, they don't pick him. I think the reason that Robert Williams is slipping is because he changed agents like a month ago. So I think something's going on behind the curtains there.
So you shouldn't have gone back to school.
Huh? I'm sorry, but so y'all think he going Robert Williams here? Or y'all think Washington going Robert Williams? I like the Lonnie Walker one though. Like I just like that one.
That's what they love in the show so far. Thank you.
I'm really thank you guys for just staying with me and talking basketball with me. I'm really enjoying everybody's insight. You guys are real basketball heads, man, and I really love that.
Go to Twitter and second round.
DeAnthony Melton, I like him. That's the USC point guard. Golden State may get him at 28. I think he may slip there. California kid, not slip, but I think Golden State can get him there. They need a little bit of point guard because Curry be starting to get banged up a little bit. So obviously they got Quinn Cook, but I like DeAnthony there as well. Um, defend the I don't know how to say the dude name from Villanova, but he gonna end up with the Spurs. It looks like.
All right, what's up? Trade.
Come on, back.
Trade.
Here come a trade. Dump down, dump down. My daughter walking in. She want to see some trades. Troy Brown. Who called Troy Brown? Mitchell Robinson definitely going to the Lakers at 25. I know that. I just left California. That's what everybody was talking about. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you. It's a good pick.
Matt Griffin called it.
Huh?
Matt Griffin called it.
Matt, you called the Troy Brown. I like him. He's in my top 20 in my players ranking.
Who should they have picked?
Huh? Um, I like, I really like Lonnie Walker here. I, I think Phoenix takes. I think Phoenix takes Zaire Smith here. Um, Let me look. I'm excited. I'm on the floor and everything, guys. Matt, you rolling, baby. Ferndale all day. So Phoenix, we got Lonnie Walker still on the board. Um, does Phoenix go point guard? Do they go Aaron Holiday here? Do they go Aaron Holiday here? They possibly can. I mean, they got Elfrid Payton as their point guard that came in that Orlando trade. But do they go Aaron Holiday? I think so. It's either going to be Aaron Holiday or Zaire Smith from Texas Tech with this pick here. I like Aaron Holiday here. I'm gonna go Aaron Holiday here. Let's see if I can get this one right. I don't know if his name with two A's, but
Someone's asked if Jello's getting drafted.
who?
Jello.
No, Jello's not getting drafted today, guys. It doesn't look like it. It will probably be late in the second round, but he'll get a summer league. At worst, he'll get a summer league with the Lakers. I mean, that's obvious because his brother's there. I like Aaron Holiday in Phoenix. This is a fantastic. Really, bro? You gonna ask me about Nicki Minaj? Come on, bro. I like Aaron Holiday going to the Phoenix Suns. I think he's a short pick here.
So where was Zaire from?
Hmm?
Where was Zaire from then?
Zaire can fall to the Spurs. He's went to Texas Tech. Zaire Smith went to Texas Tech, so he's already familiar in Texas. Um, he just gives them another great defender. The Spurs put defense first. That's what he does well. I just think Phoenix takes Aaron Holiday here. Matt Griffin. Matt says Zaire Smith. I like Zaire going to Phoenix too. He had a great workout there. Matt said Zaire to Phoenix, book it like a Thanksgiving trip. Okay, so he didn't bet his house. He's bet some other bills, and now he's betting a Thanksgiving trip. Matt's living pretty well. He's living his best life right now. He's betting everything. I hope your wife not following Matt, because you didn't bet everything on this draft. Right now you hitting. Frederick, you wildin', bro.
Is that Maxwell and another name?
Right.
I'm in high school.
Oh, now you really rolling then. That's why you betting everything. That's what that means.
Nothing to lose.
You ain't got nothing to lose. Well, the Bucks need a big. So here you go again with their name, Robert Williams. Like the Bucks need a big. Like, but I think the Bucks. I don't know. Like, do they take Brandon McCoy from UNLV? They may take him. They may take Keita Bates Diop from Ohio State. Let's see what they do. Do they take Lonnie Walker here? Let's see.
Zaire. That was your first pick.
That was my first pick. That's a good pick. I'm done listening to y'all about Holiday. I should have went with my first mind. My first mind said Zaire Smith, and y'all made me change to Aaron Holiday. So they swapping. So basically, they're what just happened is that Philadelphia has just swapped picks with Phoenix. So Zaire Smith will go to Philadelphia. I don't understand that at all. And Mikael Bridges will go to Phoenix, which is great for Phoenix. Phoenix got a great, but I don't understand the Zaire Smith going to Philadelphia. I just don't get that at all. But that's not so. We're gonna swap these out.
That also don't make sense.
It just that trade doesn't make sense to me at all. But we're gonna swap that out. Now I don't really understand that. Like I don't. Mikael Bridges was perfect for Philadelphia. Perfect. Zaire Smith to Philadelphia. I just don't. You took Markel Folks last year. I have no like he's not a shooter or anything. You have to have shooters around Ben Simmons. You have to surround Ben Simmons with shooters, or his game won't be as effective. So Zaire Smith maybe he's going to be a guy that plays in that second unit, but he's going to have to work really hard of expanding that range and getting himself together because he's a slasher. He's a great defender, but he's a slasher. He's not a long range jump shooter, but he was a 40% 3-point shooter in college, but that's a totally different shot than it is at the NBA level.
So Markel getting traded.
Markel Folks is definitely getting traded. I totally agree, Detroit Kid, 33. The 76ers just outsmarted themselves with that swap. You mean start Jackson or Bridges? Who are you talking about? Wow, so we got the Milwaukee Bucks on the board.
Matt Griffin said you were friends with his brother-in-law.
Oh, I appreciate that, Matt. Yeah, Phoenix is loaded at the wing spot. Like I don't,
Does TJ get traded?
huh?
Does TJ get traded?
It looks like yeah, that looks like TJ is going to be out. There's going to be some trades that go down. I don't know why they gave away Mikael Bridges. That was a bad.
Josh Jackson or Bridges, who's starting?
Josh Jackson's going to start. But I think I mean, Phoenix just got better with that pick, with that swap. Phoenix just got better with that. Mikal Bridges is a stud.
Yeah, Bridges and Aiton. Wow. Who's winning the draft so far?
Right now, the team that's winning the draft, I think Phoenix is winning right now. Phoenix got DeAndre Ayton at 1, and they got Mikal Bridges. Like I think Phoenix right now is winning that draft. But that's still too early to talk about that because we still got the Hawks coming up. Let's see what the Hawks do with their pick.
Who can change the draft at this point?
Hmm?
Who can change the draft at this point?
I think the Hawks. I just think the Hawks right now are still in control of this draft. The Atlanta Hawks are in control. They have a 19 and they have a 30. So the Hawks can get these next two picks right. They will win the draft. As of right now, Phoenix is winning. Milwaukee has to probably go big here.
Who do you want to take?
Hmm? Yeah, that's a terrible pick. Alonzo Trier, yeah, I like him. I think the Pistons grab him at 42. Who we got? Who should the Bulls be looking at with that 22nd pick? I like, as a sleeper, I like Tony Carr from Penn State. I don't know if he's going to be a first rounder, but I like him. But let's see who Milwaukee take. They got Dante. Let's see.
Who would you take?
I don't know how to spell his last name, so I'm just writing Dante. Dibince. I mean, this kid to me, I'm not all the way sold on this kid. I just think that he was more of a one-hit wonder. Like all they talk about is what he did in the national championship game. So for me, when you talk about basketball players, you have to talk about their body of work. And I don't hear enough of his body of work. All I hear is that he had 31 points in the national championship and how he killed the combine. Like that's not enough work for me to warrant that draft pick. But I could be wrong. He looks explosive. He looks. I mean, obviously he can play. I just haven't seen enough body of work. But I don't know. He may end up being a good pro. Let's see.
Who would you take?
I mean, I think Lonnie Walker's a better prospect than Dante. So I don't know what Milwaukee's thinking right there, but I just think Lonnie Walker's a better. Milwaukee's not a half court team. I don't know what their coaching staff is looking to do, but Lonnie Walker can get up and down. He can guard people. I just think that they're so. I just think they're so involved with the storyline of this kid that they took him. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But I just don't see him being really good at Milwaukee. So San Antonio was on the board here. Um, like yeah, all they talk about is the national championship game. Like that's all they talk about. In the national championship game, he did this. I mean, that's one game. You know, a broke clock is wrong twice a day. Actually, it's right twice a day. Y'all know what I mean. I didn't like that. I didn't like that pick by Milwaukee. It is, isn't it wrong twice a day?
It's right.
It's right twice a day. You know what I meant. Phoenix really, I agree. That's a terrible pick by Milwaukee. That's a terrible pick. Spurs always picking an international dude, so I can't even argue with that one. I don't know why Lonnie Walker is slipping. That's a great question. Like I don't. I just think that. I mean, there's a few teams that could have used him. I just thought the Clippers would use him somewhere. Robert Williams is slipping as well, so that's really Lonnie Walker is basically slipping like he's going to be next year's Donovan Mitchell. Like he's slipping, but again, it's not where these kids really get drafted at. These are they going to be first round picks? They have to perform. Like it's guys that were Luke Kennard was picked. He didn't pan out his first year, so I don't get too caught up in where they get picked at. They still got to play. Yeah, Luca played decent later, but the season was over with too. If the Spurs get Lonnie Walker, that's a complete steal. A complete steal. Yeah, Kobo is the best French player available. I mean, I don't know. Like Spurs, they always pick an international guy. So they we'll see. I'm looking for this Hawks pick to see what happens right here. Whoa, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. steal. I mean, he can keep up. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. This dude can defend. He's a great athlete. He can finish in the lane. He's explosive. And in that system with San Antonio, he's gonna flourish. That's a great pick. I like that pick. I want the Hawks to take Mo Wagner on this next one. I think he can play point guard like sporadically. I don't think he can do it every possession, but I think just for like a couple breathers, like on some possessions that he can actually, initiate the offense and stuff like that. But he can't be the everyday starting point guard, but he can definitely do some spot minutes at the point guard position. So this is a steal. Like this is a flat out steal. This is a good kid. This is a great pick. Hmm? Buck's gonna be kicking himself. Yeah, that was Milwaukee. I don't know. It's a bad pick. I'm with you, Matt Griffin. I'm with you. I don't. I just think that wasn't a good pick for Milwaukee. I think they reached and got caught up in the hype. Sometimes these teams get caught up in the press clippings and just be drafting dudes off. I don't know, but this is a great pick.
Can use Twitter.
Yeah, I agree. Draft review. The Spurs just got the steal of the draft, dude. They got Lonnie Walker at 19. This dude was a top 10 pick. Complete steal. Yeah, I agree. Herder to the Hawks, that's a reach. That's a bad pick. I'm not picking Herder. That's a bad pick. He just popped up on the draft boards a month ago, first of all. Like he didn't even know he was going into the draft. So I'm always skeptical of drafting dudes that wasn't sure that they wanted to go to the draft. So I'm not pick. I'm going Mo. I would go Mo Wagner from Michigan right here. You pair Trey up with a 7 foot stretch jump shooter. What Herder's like a Mike Dunleavy to me. Like I don't think he's gonna pan out in that regard. I ain't taking Kevin Herter at the 20th pick. I'm sorry. I want Mo Wagner. This dude is 7 feet and he can stretch the defense. He got a little bit of dirt and the whiskey in him. You stretch the floor. You let Trey dance with it. You spread it out. That you don't pair Trey Young with Kevin Herter. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Matt. I'm saying I know what you're saying. Like that's what Atlanta thinking. They need to take Mo Wagner here. Mo Wagner will be a great pick here. Great pick. Musa's okay. Yeah, you were right, and I don't like that pick. He even said it like he's testing the water. He can shoot it, but I mean, the thing about Herder, I just don't think that's a reach. That's a reach pick. Atlanta, that's a reach pick. But we'll see. I mean, the kid can play. Don't get me wrong. I've watched the kid on tape at Maryland. He can play, but I'm just saying like there's better players available at like at 20. Like I don't know. Sorry, is that 19? At 19, that's a bit of a stretch, guys. Y'all probably could have got him at 30. So I don't know, man. I would have went Mo Wagner there. Mo Wagner. I stick by my pick. Gary Trent Jr. would have been a better pick there. I believe Robert should have came out last year. Yes, I do. And then he changed agents, so that kind of messed him up as well. So Jalen Brunson is going to end up in Philadelphia. I think he's going to go 26 to Philadelphia. Yeah, he was. He projected lottery pick last year. He should have came out because now he's slipping.
Brunson took a false step.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Brunson. Yeah, I think he just. I think Philadelphia's eyeing Brunson. Brunson will be a first round pick. Um, I think Holiday goes here to Minnesota. They need a point guard bad. So I think they go Aaron Holiday here. Um, I like Aaron Holiday here. I mean, I just think that Jeff Teague is just not the. He's okay, but I like Holiday. Led the Pac-12 in scoring. He got NBA pedigree, so I think he gives Minnesota that youthfulness. Minnesota has just struggled over the years as finding that point guard identity that they look for, they yearn for, and I think Aaron Holiday might be the answer here. So that's why I think that's who they should go with here. What we got, guys? Kyrie Thomas, yeah, could be. I like Aaron Holiday better than Kyrie Thomas, though. I mean, Kyrie can play. He's great in transition. He's a standstill shooter. But I like Holiday as a whole. I like him better as a whole. He's just a little bit more explosive, and you can't ignore the pedigree. So let's see how this shakes out. But they may go Gary Trent Jr. here too. Chauncey Billups is hilarious. Yeah, but Aaron Holiday is way better than Tyus Jones, and he's an upgrade. He's a real upgrade, bro. No, Duval won't be a first round pick. He's a second rounder. Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. I can't believe that Milwaukee didn't draft Lonnie Walker. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what they were talking about there, but you just let Lonnie Walker go to the Spurs, dude. He gon' roll. He gonna roll. Yeah, Duval's gonna be okay. He just he got some off the court problems. He got to get himself together, but he's gonna be okay. Um, Here we go. We got the pick coming in, guys. Let's see what they got. We got trade. Oh, that was a bad. I don't know what they're thinking. Oh, they got Josh Okogie from Georgia Tech, shooting guard. He can score a little bit. He got good measurables. So I think what they're doing here is that that's an insurance pick because they lost Jamal Crawford. Yeah, that's not a bad pick. Actually, that's not a bad pick. This kid, Josh Okogie, can play a little bit. He can play. It's a good pick. That was an insurance pick though. Like I would, that was more of a Jamal Crawford. What's up with Robert Williams, man? What we got, guys? What y'all thinking? Grayson Allen in Utah. The Jazz love. If the Jazz go Grayson Allen here, this will be so funny. They need a point guard though. They need a point guard. They're gonna go Aaron Holiday or Kyrie Thomas. They taking a point guard. Yeah, we'll see how this one plays out. Utah, I just think they need a point guard. They already got their shooting guard stuff. They got Joe Ingles and Spider Mitchell to with the scoring with Gobert. So they kind of got guys that can, you know. So I think a point guard, Ricky Rubio still is kind of sketchy from the point guard position. So you can go Kyrie Thomas, who's more of a defensive point guard, or Aaron Holiday, who's more offensive oriented. So do you want to pair Holiday with like a Donovan Mitchell? Because Aaron Holiday has that scorer's mentality, so he may not blend well. I think you have to take the right pick that blends with what you already have. So this could be a Kyrie Thomas pick because I think he's less of a scorer than Aaron Holiday. He'll blend better with Donovan Mitchell. Mark Eaton. No, they're you know what? Somebody just said had a good point in here. They're not going with the international guys as much because I mean history tells us that when you take international guys in the first round, it just doesn't pan out. And I think the NBA has started to catch on. Doncic was a exception to the rule because of his accomplishments in the EuroLeague, but they haven't. Looking at the board, they have not taken international players. If y'all can look over there at the board, like there's only been one international player taken. Only one player has been taken. So that's that tells you that the NBA is not really trying. They're not big on these international guys no more. I think Atlanta's a great fit for Trey. I thought Atlanta and Orlando would be the best two places for him. And let's see who the Jazz take right here. Dude, Matt Griffin, you need to give us the lottery numbers, bro. Grayson kind of gives them just a bench player. Like this is a bench player pick. Is going to back up and give them some spot minutes. Not a jump off your screen pick, but again, this is a kid. This is a 4-year senior player, so he fits Utah. He fits them. So that was that was the most Utah pick that you'll see. Huh? Alec Burke, a free agent. I don't know. That's a great question. Yeah, this was more of a you. Mid-major guys will be more next year. You're gonna have guys like Fletcher McGee, Mike Dom, and the kid Simmons from uh, from Georgia State. Next year will be the year of the mid-major guys because there's a lot of great players, and John Elmore from Marshall too. This year is not more. It's not a mid-major year. Mid-majors they come and go, but next year is going to be a great wave of mid-major players that can break into the first round. Grayson. That was the Chandler Hutchison guy you're talking about, Matt. He should be in there. He may fall to the Bulls next. Aaron Holiday looked like he gonna fall to the Pacers. Um, the Bulls may take the Chandler Hutchison from Boise State. I think Fletcher. I think Fletcher would be. I think Fletcher would have been a first rounder this year. You got Boston sitting there at 27. Um, I think Boston, and he worked out really well there. I think he would have fell right at Boston at 27. Yeah, Coach K probably did call Quinn Snyder for sure. Yeah, yep, it was Chandler Hutchison. We all were right there. I knew they would take him. They liked him a lot. He's a long wing type of guy. You know, can defend a little bit. So, did she sleep?
I don't know.
After this, go walk and check on her. You can leave the camera. I won't get up. Hmm?
You break it too tiny.
It's a great defender. I think Holiday falls right here. We'll go Holiday. We'll go Holiday here. We think he'll fall. This will be a great pick for them.
How do you know?
Huh?
You know for sure?
I don't know why I wrote that. It's like I'm that sure, so I'm writing it. I'm that sure that they taking Holiday. So I wrote it in black. So let's see. We'll see. But Chandler Hutchison is a guy that he's a utility player. I think he's going to give the Bulls like good bench play. Not going to jump off the screens. Not going to be rookie of the year or anything like that. But he is going to be a guy that's going to come in and give productive minutes. And these late picks are guys that are kind of getting like these guys are going to be like bench except Lonnie. Lonnie's probably the only one that's going to play a lot. Um, Holiday, if the Pacers take him, he's going to play. Chandler Hutchison, not as much. Grayson Allen is going to have spot minutes. Okoji's not going to play that much. Kevin Herter is going to play a little bit. Lonnie Walker will play a ton. And I don't know about this pick here. We'll see, though. We'll see. So let's see what the Pacers do next.
Like you said, Robert, still there.
What'd you say? Go check on it. Okay.
Someone says Robert Williams is still there.
Robert Williams still there. I got Aaron Holiday. Who y'all got next? Y'all got Aaron Holiday going with the Pacers because that's what I got. What y'all got? Yeah, you did say he'll slip to them. I like Holiday going to Indy too. I just think that's the right pick. The Pacers need a point guard, so I can see him going there. Portland, Portland, yeah, Portland's in a. I'm looking at my list. Um, Portland can go Bruce Brown from Miami. I mean, he's a do-it-all kind of guy. Shake Milton from SMU could be a good pick. Just a couple guys, but out of the wings, all of the wings are pretty much gone. I mean, they're not really going after international guys right now. Uh-oh. Portland might go Anthony. Shamari Pons. I like Shamari Pons a lot. Left-handed, he can score. Obviously, he's explosive. He's exciting. He can score in bunches. I would like to see. I would like to see him, make guys around him better a little bit, and I would like to see. He got to win more. When you're that dominant of a scorer, when you had a ball in your hands a lot like he does, I think he needs to win more. St. John's got off to a poor start. They started to pick it up. The reason they picked it up is because Shamari started to figure out the point guard position. So I think he's still learning as he goes, and if he can continue to do that, I think he'll end up in the NBA as well. I like Kyrie Thomas. He can defend. He can pass. He's great in transition. So that'd be a safe pick. But they got Shabazz Napier over there. I don't know. Portland got a lot of guards, so I don't really know what they're doing over there. They I know they got Ed Davis. They got some decent bigs. Yeah, now the Blazers can get Gary Trent Jr., but they don't got enough balls over there. C.J. McCollum and Lillard, they shooting all the balls. Like adding Gary Trent Jr., you adding another dude that want to shoot the ball. I don't know if that's the right spot for Gary Trent Jr. I think the Boston Celtics will be the better spot for him. Yeah, I don't. I think Anthony. I don't know. I think Anthony is more of a. I think he gonna go in and out of the G League. I just don't think he's physically ready yet. Ah, they got him. I was right. Aaron Holiday. That was a good pick. Everybody, we were all good on that one. We all agreed on that one. So we basically talking about the Portland pick because we knew Aaron Holiday. That's a good pick. LeVar don't like the holidays. Them dudes can play, man. Like that's a great pick for Indiana. So what we got? Who we got at Portland, guys? What we thinking here? What we thinking at Portland? I like the Kyrie Thomas one. I think they go Shake Milton. I'm going out on a limb. Do they go Shake Milton here? Y'all like Kyrie? Rob Williams. I'm done with Rob Williams, man. I know. I've been saying Robert Williams for like an hour now. So they go Anthony here. that I mean he can't help them, you know. But Matt, you've been 95% on your picks today. I just don't see Anthony helping Portland. Man, Chauncey Billups with these NBA comparisons, Jameer Nelson. They're gonna have to let me go on TV next year and call the draft guys because the NBA comparisons are awful. You have more streams, man. You just then you can just watch me on ESPN or something next year doing it. Oh, that's what Matt, you getting your picks from Wojo's Twitter. That's what you doing. You didn't took you a false prophet. Matt, you over there false profiting over there. Somebody aired you out, bro. Matt, you better not be over there false prophesizing. You better not be over there doing the TD Jakes prophesizing off your CDs and tapes. You better not be doing that. If Tony Carr get picked next by Portland, I'm gonna be elated. But also, Matt, there's no way you knew that Tony Carr is getting picked next unless you on Wojo's Twitter. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to Mel Kiper's. I'm trying to get to that level. I really appreciate that, bro. Real talk. Oh, he's, I'm trying to get to Mel Kiper's level. You know, once they give me a chance, that's exactly what I'm going to do. This Blazer pick is very interesting, guys. Like I really don't know who they're gonna pick. It's interesting. I like Tony Carr though. I mean, he's one of my favorite players in college basketball. So they picked Tony Carr. I'm excited. But I said the Lakers would pick him, but the Lakers probably gonna take Mitchell Robinson. So y'all calling the picks out like y'all really doing it really too good. So I know y'all got if y'all checking somebody's Twitter and then false prophesizing. I hope Tony Carr goes in the first round though. I really do. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. Portland's taking forever for this pick. No, Lakers not gonna take Brunson at all. They not. They got Lonzo Ball. They're not taking a point guard. Not Jalen Brunson. I think they're gonna take Mitchell Robinson or Tony Carr. I think those are their picks there. Brandon McCoy to the Lakers. Not bad. That's a pretty good pick. Anthony, huh?
We're not thinking.
Salmon. I can't say what I want to say. Call me in your office, tell me to train him.
Someone just asked if you worked it out.
Actually, I've never worked out Anthony Simmons. He's gonna have to do some G League though, you know. And just his body's not where it's not there yet. You know how guys are just physically not ready yet, and he's one of those guys, has tons of ability. He's a great athlete. He can run, he can jump, he can score off the dribble. He got some CJ McCollum type, but he's just real thin. Um, and he's not seasoned yet. I mean, when you don't play college, you know, he played post grad at IMG, um, and I don't know if the competition is, you know, that of playing against a Texas or a West Virginia or Michigan, you know. So um, this is a stash grab. This is a stash pick, just in case maybe Portland does something with their backcourt, because eventually Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, eventually you're gonna have to trade one of them if they can't get over the hump. So this is a good stash pick here. The Lakers, they're probably gonna go Mitchell Robinson here. I would like for him to go Tony Carr, but I'm gonna put Mitchell Robinson. I think they're gonna go here. Somebody said Brandon McCoy in there, which was a good one. Robert Williams, but I think they're gonna go with a big here. So we'll see. And I think Jalen Brunson's going right here. So let's see how that plays out. Kyrie Thomas is still slipping too. Um, I mean, we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only got 6 more picks, so we got, you know, I think Jalen Brunson has to fall somewhere in here. Um, I love Tony Carr, but I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, we'll see what Atlanta does with that one. We got Brandon McCoy still on the board. There's a couple of good players that are still on the board, man. Let me look and try to go over. Like, we got Gary Trent still hasn't went. Landry Shamet hasn't went yet. Um, I said Gary Trent Jr., Kyrie Thomas, Bruce Brown, Tony Carr, Amari Spellman, Brandon McCoy. I mean, Gary Clark from Cincinnati. We got a couple of Europeans that's still on the Musa. Like, there's a couple of good players that's still left on the board. So I don't really know what these teams are really thinking at this point. Are you trying to find bang for your buck picks, or are you trying to find guys that can just fill out your roster? Obviously, here with Anthony Simmons, they got a guy that can just, they don't need right away. They can kind of stash him and use him for later. The Lakers need a big. I think they're gonna lose Julius Randle, so they got to fill in the big there. So we'll see how they do. But if they get LeBron and all those other guys, they probably won't need a big. So I don't know. I want Tony Carr to go here, but I still think Mitchell Robinson's gonna do it. Wagner. I like that. I like that pick. I like Mo Wagner. I like Mo Wagner, whatever his name, what it is. Wagner, both of them. Robert Williams would be nice for the Lakers. Let's see. I know Shamit's falling out of the first round. I didn't. I honestly, I wasn't a big fan of Landry Shamit. I've never really talked about him. I watched Trey Young torch him in a season. I watched it. wasn't I wasn't really high on him. Look at Robert Williams. Diallo from Kentucky. I don't think he's a first round pick. Like he just doesn't shoot it well. Offensively, he's challenged. He's a tremendous athlete, but I don't think he's a first round pick. Like when I'm looking at these teams that are left, I don't see him fitting with none of these teams that are left now. So Philadelphia needs a point guard, obviously. Boston is going to take somebody that probably can stretch the floor and make some shots. That's why I thought Fletcher McGee would be perfect because he would fit right there. Golden State needs a point guard. Brooklyn needs everything. And Atlanta needs a stretch. They need a big. They need another big. Let's see. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like that pick. I like that pick. Good pick, Jenny. Good pick, Jenny Bus. That's a good pick. 7 foot stretch four. I really like this pick. That's a great pick. Great pick. I like that pick. Great pick. That's a great pick, Lakers. Yeah, they got to do away with that. I really like this pick. I like this kid. Man, Robert, yeah, Robert Williams, man. I don't know. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. I like that, guys. I think Brunson goes here. Y'all, what y'all think? What y'all think, Philadelphia? I think Brunson. I think they go with the hometown pick. Moment of silence for the million. Yeah, Robert Williams. Ooh, ooh. I'm a Mo. Look at Mo call.
My speaker.
Hello. What's up? That's a steal. I'm on. A, I'm on. I'm about to put you on speaker. I'm live streaming right now, so all my people can hear you. Hold on. So right now, my cousin just called me, Maurice Taylor. He's on speaker right now, so everybody can hear you. Mo, how was that pick with San Antonio?
My Spurs. It's a steal.
He
It's a
said,
steal. They were in a little bit of point guard, dilemma right now with the young fella and Tony Parker making his way out. But than Trey in the draft.
See, and you guys got to know this. And this is, if you guys don't know, Maurice Taylor has played in the NBA. He played 12 years in the NBA, and he has a great eye for the game. And a lot of things, a lot of the knowledge and the stuff that I use, I always call him, and we talk about players all the time. So we both agreed on Lonnie Walker. That I knew he was gonna call me because when Lonnie Walker went to the
I
Spurs,
love the Spurs.
that's a great pick. And I think right now, Mo, Philadelphia's on the board. I think they're going to take. I'm guessing Jalen Brunson here. Um,
That'd be a good pick. They need a good lead point guard. Ben Simmons has talent to play point guard, but he's not a point. They need a point.
exactly.
Which Brunson is. I mean, if you pure point guards, he's one of the best in the draft.
Yes.
He don't have the athletic or the wow factor that Lonnie Walker has, but he wins. Solid point guard. Pedigree. Dad was a point.
Yep.
So I mean, you got to take all that into consideration.
And that's what I think. But you know what just happened, Mo, that I did not like. I think Philadelphia just set themselves back again with trading Mikal Bridges to Phoenix. I don't know what they were doing with that swap pick. Um, that's
I
bad.
think that's being too high up on Carrington.
Yeah, because he made first team all defense, right? So they.
Mikal Bridges will be better than Carrington in 2 years.
I totally agree, and I think Phoenix got a steal by getting Mikal Bridges over there. That was a complete steal.
Steal. To get the number one pick and it steal.
Complete steal. So we're sitting here watching. Oh, the Lakers just took Mo Wagner. I know you're high on him as well.
I told you he was going to go high.
You said he was going to go high. You told me this a month ago, and I totally believed you. I wanted the Hawks to take him at 19 because I wanted them to pair Mo Wagner with Trey. But the Lakers,
Good shooting lineup.
yeah, but the Lakers look like they're positioning for LeBron. That's so they go Mo Wagner.
That's what I was about to say. They get some bigs that can shoot because Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, those type of players don't fit around LeBron.
Yeah, and
You gotta have guys that can shoot the ball.
that was a great pick by the Lakers. I mean, obviously, I know you're a homer, so you're gonna. But I know you like Mo Wagner regardless. You like his play. So
The thing about Mo Wagner that I liked was that his development. When he came in, he wasn't an NBA guy.
right.
Period. He wasn't an NBA guy, but you got to think of who he played against. He played against Mikal Bridges. He played against Bridges at Michigan State. He played in a great conference.
Right.
And he held his own. And he won.
Absolutely. Well, Mo, my fans and my supporters have they really loved you on this show already. They're all chiming in right now.
No problem. I'm glad I could catch you. I'm glad I could catch you doing the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up. I'll give you a call after the first round. I'm only streaming for the first
I'm
round.
just coming in from practice. I'm about to watch everything now.
All right, bye.
All right.
What we got, guys? That was Mo Taylor on the phone. He was excited with the picks. Ooh, they went Landry Shamet. Bad pick. I agree. I don't like that pick. Don't like that pick. I don't know. I don't know about that pick. Landry Shamet, huh? I knew that we all knew they were going point guard, but I just thought Brunson would get. They may sometimes they don't take the hometown person because they don't want the pressure of the fan base pushing for that kid, so they'll go the opposite way. That could have been the case here. I mean, he's a big point guard. So what does Boston do? What does Boston do? What does the Boston Celtics do here? Because they can go in so many directions. I mean, they can't go wrong with the pick. Do they take Tony Carr? Do they take Bruce Brown? No, you don't take Bruce Brown. He's the same as Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. So you don't do that. Do you go? Do you get a big? Do you go Robert? We keep saying Robert Williams, and it's really sad. Like this kid has slipped. Like we're at the 20, we at the 27 pick, 30, 29, 20. Yeah, we're at 27. Like we're at 27 and um it's really it's tough. Hmm?
Gary Trent.
Gary Trent will be a great. This is why Fletcher McGee would have been perfect. Like this would have been a mid-major player. Fletcher McGee would have been going to the Celtics right here at 27. But Gary Trent,
Mitchell Robinson.
they need a big. They do need a big. They need a big here. Let's see what they do.
Spellman.
Yep. Spellman. Yeah, I don't. They need a big, but they may go best available right now. When you get towards the end of the first round, you be looking for like best available talent. So Boston can use anybody, and they really can't make a wrong pick here. Let's see. Dudes are dropping in this draft, guys. Like they are dropping. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. It's been everybody want to use Clint Capella as the everybody want to use Clint Capella. I can't stand that. Just because a post player can ball screen and catch an alley oop doesn't mean he Clint Capella. Like I, yeah, it's going to be Mitchell or Williams. I see too. I see that. I think Robert Williams will be the pick as well. Finally, let's see. He don't know what he's talking about. We're gonna take. I didn't wrote Robert Williams' name down a couple times. Yeah, they need. If you look at Boston's roster, they're a little thin at the front court. So you want to add. You want to beef it up, right? I mean, they can go Robert Williams. They can go Mitchell Robinson. Um, There's another Brandon McCoy. There's a couple guys they can go with here, but Robert Williams gives them that hybrid, energetic, high motor guy. So I like Robert Williams here. I mean, I like Robert Williams all over my board, but this will be a good landing spot for him. He'll get coached up. But there's other guys, man. Like, we'll see how this plays out. Golden State, I think Golden State goes. They're gonna go point guard here. The Nets can use anything. And the Hawks, this is a very important pick for the Hawks right here. This is a very important pick. Brunson to Golden State. Brunson to Golden State, maybe. That'd be great. Or to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I don't even know who Brooklyn's starting point guard is. Like, I don't even know who their starting point guard is. Let's see what Boston do here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get on up out of here, Robert Williams. Get on up out of here and get you a couple dollars. All right, finally, I had him a couple times. I had him over here at 11. I had him at 14, and finally got him over here at 27. So now we got the last 3 picks. So we got to see what we're gonna do after the first round. We're gonna end the live stream after the first round. We got these last 3 picks. Y'all see Brunson going anywhere in here? I like Brunson here. I like Tony Carr here. Gary Trent Jr. We keep throwing him in there, huh? Golden State, Gary Trent Jr. What we looking at with the Hawks? What y'all think with the Hawks? Brunson to the Nets. I like that. I like that. Hawks. The Hawks need to, I didn't really. The Herder pick wasn't. That was okay. The Hawks got to get somebody here. Let's see how it plays out. Out from Ohio State. Keita Bot. Turn it. Let's see how this one plays out. I like Brunson to the Nets too. They ain't taking them international players this year. They've only one international player has been drafted in the first round. I've been telling them, all these NBA people have been tweeting, don't be taking these international players in the first round, and they listen to me. Only one international player has been drafted so far in the first round. So obviously they've been listening. I'm getting text now. Trent Jr. is perfect to replace Nick Young on Golden State. I like that too. I like Gary Trent Jr. there. I like Jalen Brunson there, and maybe Keita Bates here. So let's say let's go Gary Trent Jr. We'll go Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. here. Let's go. Let's go Brunson here. Let's go. Yeah. I don't know about this one yet. I need to look more at that one. I'm still thinking about that one. They got to make this one a good pick.
Too many point guards in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they got a lot of point guards in Brooklyn, but they got a lot of useless point guards in Brooklyn. It's not like they got a bunch of good ones. Like they got to get rid of some of them dudes, man. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at my list here. Do the Hawks take Kyrie Thomas? Do they take 2 point guards? Do they do that? Let's see. Um, couple sleeper picks? I don't want the Hawks to go point guard either. I really don't. But if they're gonna trade Schroeder, you have to have a backup guard. You have to have a guy that can. But I don't know if they want to bring that competition early with Trey. But you have to have. I like Tony Carr, man. I just keep pulling for Tony Carr. Um, I don't know. Bruce Brown, Raleigh Alkins from Arizona. Yeah, I don't like two rookies at point guard. I agree with you. I don't like the two rookie point guards. I think a veteran should be there. Let's see what the Warriors do here. Wow, they took Jacob Evans from Cincinnati. Wow. Gary Trent Jr. may fall to the Hawks. Man, this is crazy, guys. I think, yeah, I agree, guys. I think that was a reach pick. I think they reached for that one. But I talked about him. He's actually on my 2319 uh, website. I mean, this kid can play now. He can play. Like he can get in the lane. He can make some plays. He got great energy. He can defend. He's kind of tough. Like I've watched this kid on tape, but I still think they've reached for him. Do the Hawks take Gary Trent there? The Hawks got to get this pick here right because they got a great pick over here. You know, they got a great pick. So let's kind of recap since we only got 2 picks left. Let's kind of recap, and I'll kind of give you my first round draft grades. This was a great pick, obviously, with Phoenix, Sacramento with another good pick. Atlanta and Dallas shook it up with the swap. Trey Young gets to go to Atlanta. Fantastic. I either wanted Trey in Orlando or Atlanta, so that was fantastic. Memphis with a stash pick, but I think this kid has a good future. Mo Bamba, yes, great pick for the Orlando Magic. Wendell Carter, we'll see how Chicago used that back to the basket guy. Colin Sexton, that was a good pick. The point guards were running thin, so Cleveland was forced to take that there. I think Orlando wanted Colin Sexton, but they just couldn't pass up on a unicorn. I totally get that. Kevin Knox was a no-brainer. Mikal Bridges actually got drafted by the team I wanted him to, which was Philly, but they made the swap, and that puts Phoenix in great contention. I still think Phoenix is winning this draft right now. They've shown this guy. You got two guys that can make first team all rookie coming out the bat that's going to contribute right away. So Mikal Bridges going to Phoenix was a complete. That was a steal, if you want to call it that. The Clippers got a point guard. I'm not really sold there, but I understand you had to get. But they got the European point guard, and then they drafted Jawan Evans last year in the first round from Oklahoma State. So they're kind of jammed at point guard. So I didn't know if that one was good. Miles Bridges going to the Hornets was a really good pick. I talked about the Hornets taking Miles Bridges on my draft file. I'll post that stuff all on Twitter. But I remember saying that I wanted Miles Bridges to go to the Hornets. Jerome Robinson, fantastic pick by the Clippers. He's going to give them some scoring. Michael Porter Jr. He slipped. The jury's still out on this pick with this guy. Troy Brown, not a bad pick there. I think he can help from a defensive standpoint. Zaire Smith, obviously they made the swap. I don't know how he's going to help there. This just means that they're going to get rid of Markel Fultz. That's what that means. Dante DiVincenzo, I don't know. I think that was a reach pick there. We'll see how he played out. Lonnie Walker here was fantastic. This is the steal of the draft right here. San Antonio Spurs come out winning right here. Kevin Herter, good player, but I just thought Mo Wagner would be the better pick. You pair him with Trey. We'll see how that plays out, but he's a good player. This was an insurance pick. Jamal Crawford's not coming back to Minnesota, so they wanted to get a younger shooting guard because Jamal Crawford's not going to be available. Grayson Allen was the most Utah pick that Utah can make, and they made it. So good luck there. He'll be a good bench guy. Come in and spell some minutes for Spider Mitchell. Chandler Hutchison, we knew that he was going to go there. He's going to be a good role player. Aaron Holiday is going to surprise some people at Indiana. They need that point guard scoring. Pairing him with they're going to pair him with Victor Oladipo. That's going to be great. Aaron's going to have to pass that ball a little more playing with Victor Oladipo because Victor has established himself as an all-league player. Anthony Simmons will be in and out of the G League. Mo Wagner, great pick by the Lakers, spreading the floor, getting ready for LeBron to come in town. So that's a great pick there. Landry Shamet, we thought point guard. I thought point guard. They went point guard. They just went with the wrong guy. Robert Williams, great pick for Boston. He's going to be tremendous there. He's a defensive anchor kind of guy. If you look at my draft file on Robert Williams, I talked about how he's he'll be a great anchor defender, and that's exactly what Boston needs is a guy that can anchor that defense. Jacob Evans, a guy that can just play in transition. We thought Gary Trent Jr. would be a great pick there, but Jacob Evans will give them that 3-and-D guy that can play both sides of the floor. So we're thinking Brunson here in Atlanta. We're still trying to figure that one out. I agree. This draft is really deep. Like, there's going to be some really good players that go in the second round. There's going to be some really good players in the second round, man. I mean, right now, guys that's going to go in the second round, it looks like Shake Milton, Bruce Brown, Trey Duval. I mean, Brandon McCoy still ain't off the board yet. I mean, there's a couple guys, man. Look, Gary Trent Jr. Atlanta, I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that they're gonna take Bruce Brown. Atlanta gonna take him or Shake Milton. I'm gonna say Shake Milton. I'm gonna go Shake Milton with the Hawks pick. Javon Carter is still on the board. He's going to be a second round pick, but he's going to be a damn good pick. Let's see.
What?
Oh my God, Brooklyn. I don't know. Here we go. I don't know nothing about this guy. Y'all know anything about this dude? I mean, I've seen him a couple times, but it's just a typical international tape, man. Like you can't really read these guys. And Brooklyn is just a not it's just not a place for those type of players, man. But you know what? He may roll. Does it mean Musa? I don't know about that pick there. We got one more pick with the Hawks. Let's see what the Hawks do here. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that pick. He got a buyout for $1 million. He not really trying to come over here. I think that was a wasted pick. I like Shake Milton um, here. Trent, thanks, Matt. It was great, bro. I'll see you on Twitter. Holla at me. Yeah, he getting buckets. Like this European dude get buckets, but the buckets in Europe is a different than buckets in the league. That's the only thing. That's the only challenge. Let's see, guys. Sean Marks, man, I don't know what he doing over there in Brooklyn, dude. That was a terrible pick. I'm sorry. That dude not gonna help the Brooklyn Nets, man. That was a bad pick. Bojan Bogdanovic, like, yeah, but it's just like, man, taking them dudes in the first round was just such a gamble. Like, there's so much talent left that's gonna be in this second round. That's gonna be crazy. Like, there's some good players that's left in this second round. Let's see what the Hawks do. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know about that one either. They got Amari Spellman. They took Amari Spellman from Villanova. Um, They got Amari Spellman. This is crazy. So I'm gonna give y'all some quick thoughts on the second round, real quick. There's tons of there's tons of gold still left in this draft in the second round. You can definitely Gary Trent Jr. still available. Uh, Mitchell Robinson still available. Um, you still got McCoy available. Raleigh Alkins. Like now, you can start finding some gold, and the second round is going to be intriguing because these are some of these guys that get drafted in this second round are going to be some guys that's going to be contributing, and they're going to be taking somebody's job. So this draft still has a lot of talented players that's still on the board, man. So this second round is going to be interesting. I wish I can live stream the second round with you guys, but it's been a pleasure that all of you have joined me. I really appreciate all of you, but I'm still going to be on Twitter for the next couple hours doing this. So y'all know my Twitter handle, RP3Natural. Stay in touch with me. I really appreciate you all. Um, and it's meant a lot for me to present the draft, my first live stream with all of you, man. Thank y'all so much. Yoda out.